Hi all, this is just a quick video to show you how to capture references properly. A few people have asked and indicated to me that they're just not sure quite how to go about it. So here's a quick run through the process. Let's say we want to capture this particular reference. We've got this paper we want to look at. We'll open it up and we see it's a PDF paper. It's got a lot of information around it, and we want to put that into, in my case, EndNote. But whether you're using Mendeley or Zotero, it works in much the same way. Here's my secret. I start by copying stuff. Let's look at all this stuff, all this information here. That's some of the stuff I want. So I'll do a copy and then I'll paste that into Notepad. Right? And having got that, I'll come back to here. I need the date. There's no date here on it that I can see, but I can see up here in the reference, in the URL, that it's got a date of 1996. I also need that URL because I want to put that into EndNote as well. So again, I'll copy that. I'll pick up my EndNote, sorry, my Notepad, throw it into there as well. So now I've got that. I know it's 1996, so I can put that in there. And I also want to capture the abstract because this gives me some information about the paper. So I can add that into EndNote. So when I'm looking at EndNote, maybe in 12 months' time, what's this paper about? What's Winkler's paper? And I can look at the abstract and say, of course. So we capture that, and again, that goes into Notepad. So there we go. We've now got our basic information. So what we do now is we're now going to start to look at EndNote. Right. So here's my my EndNote instance. As you see, I've got quite a bit of stuff, quite a lot of stuff actually. And I've decided that I want to put this one under the heading of cybersecurity in this particular part of my library. So I go Control N to bring up a new note. Now, EndNote generally starts off by calling it a journal article. We know it's not. We know it's a report or something like that. But I haven't really got any other details, so I'm going to make it generic. Right. So now I go back to Notepad and I say I need the authors, and I'll just copy the 3 authors, shove them into here, and then I can play with it. Now, interestingly, the way EndNote and also Mendeley etc. work is that each of these has got to be on a separate line. Right? Notice also that it really should be formatted so it's got the surname first. So in the case of Winkler, we can just do another cut and paste. Just make sure you get the dot, cut that out of there, paste it in after the comma after Winkler's name. Do the same with CJ for O'Shea. Cut that out, put it in after the comma, and the same for stock, whatever. A comma in after him, bang, and there they are. We know it was 1996, so we can put that in. The title, now we go back to Notepad, the title was Information Warfare InfoSec and Dynamic Information Defense. Copy that, paste that into here, and bring it all back onto a single line. Right? We don't have secondary authors or secondary titles. We do have a place it was published. It was in McLean in Virginia, so we can copy that, insert that in there. The publisher was PRC Inc. Copy, paste. So now we've got a fair amount of information, but I want to put a bit more in there. As we scroll down here, I've got a few things that we can add in, but one of the things I particularly want to add in is the URL, because I want to be able to find this again when I want to. So I know I can copy that URL, put that into there, and straight away it's in properly as a URL. I've got place for the abstract here, and I can copy that abstract, and put that in there. Notice this, the way it formats it. I like to make sure it's formatted properly so I can read it nicely, but this is entirely up to you. You can leave it as it stands, or you can be like me and format it so that it reads just that little bit better. So there we go. And at that stage, I will now want to save it. Control S saves it, and I can now, I just drop that down a bit, I can now close that reference, and I see I now have the reference here for Winkler O'Shea Stockrip. That's it. I can preview it. It's having problems with APA 7th on this sometimes. It's sort of, and there it is. That's how it comes up in APA 6 and APA 7. Sometimes it gives me some fun. So you know that kind of works. But there it is. The other thing I can do here is I can attach the PDF. Now I've actually downloaded the PDF here and put it into my ITC 568 resources file, of which I've got a fair stuff, and I call it information warfare underscore Winkler somewhere in here. And I've lost it. Maybe I put it in the wrong one. JR Wink, there we go. And there it is now. So now when I save it again, I now have the reference, the preview, and the document. So up here now, I can see I can go to Winkler, O'Shea and Stork, and there it is. It's now in EndNote for me to use. It's a fairly straightforward approach. It's just the big trick is to make sure you've got your authors in the format of surname first, comma, then the initial, full stop, enter to put the next author on a new line. And if you've got 8 authors, you're going to do them one at a time, every one of them on a new line. It's fairly simple. This is the first of a number, so that's the first step. If you've got any questions, let me know and we can talk you through it. Talk to you again soon.